Hi, everyone, and welcome to our next episode, to our next session. This time, we are going to talk about the blockchain implementation in the hospitality industry together with Souji Pillai, who is a PhD student and hospitality management is his main topic area. And hi, Souji, how are you?
Hi, Ali Khan. I am fine. Thank you. How about you?
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much for joining. I believe we can now bring up your presentation to the stage, and after that, you'll be good to start. Just a second.
Sure.
Let me know if you started sharing your PDF file. Yeah,
Can
perfect. Now we see it. I think we are good to start. Good luck to you. The stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone, based upon the part of the globe you are. It's my pleasure to present in this platform. And my presentation is about From Farm to Fork, the blockchain's impact on the hospitality industry. The use of blockchain in the hospitality industry is in a very much infant stage. That's why this topic is having its own importance. So my content will be as follows. I'll be telling about the background about around hospitality industry, the issues that the hospitality industry is addressing, and how the blockchain industry can help in food related aspects, the characteristics of blockchain and how it can help in the food safety. That's the main component what I'm going to present today. And blockchain and HACCP. HACCP is hazard against critical control point, about something related with food safety. That is HACCP. And customers, how it is related with the customers in the hospitality industry. Then we'll be having a question and answer session. So going ahead, my motivation, actually, I am having a PhD in business management. I'm currently doing another PhD in hospitality industry, which I want to do something related with technology. And I'm doing research in blockchain, specifically about the food safety aspects in the hospitality industry. So during the COVID, there was a lot of disruptions happens globally because of the closure of borders. There was some control of movement of goods from one place to other, and there were a lot of challenges. Uh, Not only the hospitality industry, the whole supply industry was facing. And the most important thing is that the food that reaches the hotel industry and it comes to the restaurant, whether it is safe to eat. Our customers are eating a safe food. How they can check that food which reaches their table is genuine, whether they can trace the origin of the food, the journey what the food had traveled. That's very important. In US, the FDA, the food related department, came out with a food safety blueprint in 2020. And it says that there is a need of more technology embedded kind of thing in the supply chain where the food can be traced. If there is any problem, it need to be recalled. So all these things, all these thoughts, where I'm much interested in technology also, I landed up in doing this particular research on food safety aspects, how uh, the supply chain, can be um, supply, how the blockchain can be used in the supply chain aspects, and how the customers can eat a safe food, enabling them to know the trace the journey of the food from the farm to the fork. So if you scan this, everyone know, like I want to give you an example that if you scan this QR code, if you have a, for example, if you have a smartphone, if you scan this QR code, this is basically from the wine industry. If you scan this QR code, this says about the travel of wine from the farm to the table, customer's table. It says about what temperature was the wine, or where what temperature was the grapes were cultivated, the pH value of the soil. It also says about the journey of the food from the farmer to the next joint, and to next joint, how long it traveled, what was the temperature it traveled, and finally it reaches the customers. The customers will be able to trace the whole detail, the whole journey of the food. That's how the blockchain is very important in a supply chain. So, same way, the food that comes to the customer's table can be traced back in the menu. A QR code can be placed, or by using blockchain technology, the customer can trace the real the journey, the origin of the food. That's very important. So what I'm talking now is about blockchain 5.0. You all know that the blockchain went through various variations from blockchain 1.2, 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, and 5. Currently is the 5.0 era. And I'm looking into specifically into 5.0, how this blockchain can be integrated in the supply chain, especially in the hospitality industry. Why this particular aspect is very important? Because of a lot of foodborne illness, a lot of scandals. For example, according to World Health Organization, it reveals that 600 million cases of foodborne illness yearly, impacting like 1 in 10 people worldwide. And in US especially, 1 in 6 Americans are affected. That means 48 million cases of foodborne illness. And there are a lot of food safety scandals, like Chinese milk scandal, the European horse meat scandal, global salmonella outbreak, the poisonous cases from fruit puree pouches in US. So, how a customer who consumes these products can be mentioned as a safe? How he can ensure that the food that he consume is safe and secure? This is very important, especially in US, where if there is a food poisoning event, the government can shut the restaurants and hotels. So this is very much important. And the hospitality industry is very much in the infant stage, and the blockchain is only used in the loyalty program or sometimes in booking the hotels. So while using this blockchain in the hospitality industry, it's having a scalability and can be used in various aspects. But what I'm trying to say is about the food safety aspects here. And none of the hotels are really use this food chain technology, blockchain technology for the food related aspects, especially to track the origin of the food, and thus the customers can feel that what they consume is really safe and secure. Not only that, there are a lot of food related incidents, adulteration and mislabeling of food. And there was a, in New South Wales in US having had a food poison outbreak in 22. And these all underscore there is a necessity of reforms and vigilance, so that the customer feel confidence when they dine in a restaurant or in a hotel. That's why the food safety is very important. So, for example, in food travel, I'm just telling you some scenarios. In a changing weather condition, there's a truck which carries a poultry from one location to other, and it stops while it is supplied in various locations. How do you ensure that the poultry follows food safety rules when it reaches receiving end of the kitchen? Because when the food truck stops, sometimes the fluctuation, there is a temperature fluctuations inside it, and it can affect the food safety rule. And how does it can implement the hazard analysis and critical control point and make sure that the food that consumed by the customer is safe, and how make sure that customer can be confident, ensuring that safety and quality of the poultry dish is served. This is a very important scenario that the hoteliers need to think. The other aspect is an executive chef in a hotel kitchen receives a delivery mentioning it is a wild caught salmon, but some doubt arises, and this particular chef named Maria, she decided to send the samples for DNA testing, and it came like that. This salmon is not, it is not wild caught; it is farmed and is falsely labeled. And how Chef Maria enhanced the traceability and transparency in the procurement process, and how she can control these discrepancies in the future, and how she can communicate with the food supply chain. This is very important. And these two scenarios really underline the need of a certain technology which enables to track the food's origin and make sure that the food is maintained in the right temperature and food has the right origin as mentioned in the label. And then, like FDA came out with a food blueprint, and it says about the new era of smart food safety, and like food FDA's Food Safety Modernization Act 2023, which will be implemented in January 26, requires that the foods, all the the points in the food supply chain need to meticulously record keeping to maintain the record keeping and identify and remove contaminated food items. That means it is mandatory that everyone should follow the Food Safety Modernization Act to make sure that the food can be traced, and if needed it can be recalled, and this is going to implement very soon in US. And another aspect is the current traceability system which is used in the blockchain, sorry, the current traceability system which is used in the supply chain lacks currency, and it's not able to share data, and it is not interoperable. That's a big concern happens to the current kind of systems which is using. So that is why there is a need of smarter technologies. And even FDA underlines about the need of smarter food safety, and there is a need of transparency, things like that. So the current systems, what is used, and especially in the hospitality industry, relies on paper-based records with the supply chain, and its lack of standardized digital tracking, data fragmentation, and inaccuracy, and it is very hard to interoperable in various systems. That's a big concern. And that's why the food safety blueprint underlines the need of a technology-driven, like um, the blockchain is needed to trace the food, and it can respond rapidly in case of any emergency, and it should be smarter. So it addresses the modern supply chain complexes and digital advancements also. And this food safety blueprint is having four core elements, and it underlines the need of it should be tech-enabled traceability. It should be a smarter tool, and it is approachable and can prevent outbreak response. And it should help the business models to modernize, and it foster the culture of food safety. That's why I like to emphasize that this blockchain solution is a wonderful opportunity that can be implemented in the hotel, and the hotels are not implemented in the food safety aspects. It's because the blockchain helps in the smarter food safety, and it contributes and retain data documentation control, and it maintain a tamper-proof kind of data that can be added to each supply chain stakeholders that participate in the whole supply chain journey, and it enables anyone can can see the movement of the products. And not only that, the blockchain, we all know that blockchain has various characteristics like transparency. No one can, it is very transparent. The movement of the goods can be tracked from the farmer to the end customer. It is immutable. It has a replica, it's a virtual, and it's a physical kind of digital twin, uh, can be managed. It is decentralization is one of the key characteristics, and it is interoperable in various systems. And there's a smart contracts which help to make sure that the food is and there's a contract between the people who participate in this journey, and it is very traceable and it is secure. And these all characteristics make sure that the food that travel to the supply chain and it reaches the hotels and make sure that the food is safe and secure. And is enabled, the blockchain enables to track the temperature and the data, and it's integrate with various technologies like RFID, NFC, and QR code. And it can give real-time data and during the transportation. So it enhances the product integrity by using this blockchain technology. Not only that, we are in the industry 5.0 era, and this industry 5.0 era is in line. The blockchain is very much decentralized, tamper-proof, and it is in line with the industry 5.0 principle. That's why it is very decentralized. It can vertical integration. It can be done within various supply chain holders. It can be do within the unit. That's horizontal integration. It can interoperable in with very interoperable in all its aspects. It's modular. It can be customized to certain requirements. It is real time. It helps in the technical assistance. It is help in the virtualized. It can the the blockchain can give the real, the physical and the virtual property of the products in the system. So this is in line with the Industry 5.0 principle and is well aligned. And blockchain is adopted in various areas, especially in Europe, in the food safety programs, in China Animal Health and Food Safety Alliance, in Australian projects. There's a various collaborations with fresh supply companies and Proudtech, and it is globally accepted, especially in the food related aspects. And Walmart has done this, and is having a partnership here in the US with Dole, Kroger, and Nestle, and various companies like IBM, KPMG, Merck, and Walmart had done a collaboration when FDA called for a pilot program to make sure that the food is to check and the transparency and the traceability of food. And they wonderfully done a pilot program and showed that the blockchain can be implemented specifically for food safety. And even blockchain as a case study mentioning that they was able to trace the origin of the mango within few minutes, where when they physically would check all those details, it took like one week for them to know the real origin of the products. So in China's blockchain supply chain, they are well using this blockchain's characteristics. So the blockchain in the hospitality employment help in the enhanced management, tracing and monitoring. It reduces cross contamination because it makes sure that the temperature is managed, and if it needed, the products can be recalled. And it's a real time. It's comprehensive traceability, and it's in real time, and it makes sure that the food is safe and it maintains quality and well managed, and it also makes sure that it streamlines the safety standards. So when it moves from the farm to the fork, the blockchains by using this blockchain technology, the hospitality food supply chain can make sure that the customer can confidently consume the food what they are in front of them in the restaurant. And not only that, blockchain is in line with the sustainability practices which promote sustainability. And there is a food waste index report 2021 by UNEP says that 26% of food waste from food service and 30 from retail. And it helps in the inventory optimization and make sure that it monitors the products by using the blockchain technology, expiration dates, and reduces disposal. And it's in line with the Sustainable Development Goals, Goal 12, and make sure that through the blockchain technology, the food waste can be reduced, and it is in line with and the responsible consumption and production. That's a UN Sustainable Development Goal 12, and make sure that the people can have trust, the customers, especially the customers, can have trust in the food what they consume. And like customers are currently worried about the supply chain reliability and the food origins. They need more information because when the menu, if there is a QR code, when they scan the QR code, they can get the detailed information about the food, not only about the calorific value, but they can really know the origin of the food, the way it traveled, the details, if they have any allergic requirements, all these things, even the smart contract, they can visible. And not only in this way, it give confidence to the customers in related with food safety. As a conclusion, what I want to tell you, this is in a very infant stage in the hospitality industry. Yeah, as the hospital industry think that it's expensive to implement various platforms, especially IBM and other wonderful platforms. But this can really increase the customer confidence. Not only that, this can scalable to other aspects also, not only to food safety, it can scalable in terms of financial transaction, loyalty programs, and also, as I mentioned, food safety, which is very important aspect in the hospitality industry because people like to travel, like to try new food, and make sure they need to make sure that the food what they eat is ensure the smart food safety practices and ensure that they have trust in the food that we eat. That's why the blockchain technology can enable them to give them confidence when the food travel from the farm to the fork. That's all my presentation. Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Souji, for bringing up such a great topic. It was very useful to know about this since we are bringing this topic uh, of hospitality industry. Not it's not the first time that we are talking about this here on this stage, but still, the main thing that is interesting to me here is that we all know that it's pretty understandable how to solve this problem. I mean that blockchain exists, that there are lots of technologies that can be invented to solve a certain problem, but the main issue is the adoption of these technologies. I mean, why not all farms are still not using all these blockchain technologies and stuff, but not even everybody understands what blockchain is, but still we have the problem of adoption. How do you think we can make the adoption processes faster? How can we accelerate it, and how can we solve the problem of that farmer not all farms are using currently such great solutions on blockchain technologies?
That's a wonderful question, and especially is the best way to create awareness because the industry is not much aware about this kind of technology, especially the blockchain technology, which is available, and they think that it's very technologically, it is not able to give a solution. So they need to know what are the merits and what are the challenges of using the blockchain, and the awareness can be given to them. There is a need of presentations in conferences like this. There should be industry, various industry platforms are there, hospitality industry, various industry platforms are there. There should be presentation. And I'm also working on various articles in hospitality industry, how the blockchain can be. The best thing is first to give awareness. So when they know, okay, the customers, especially the hospitality industry, it's a totally relates on customer, and give them some, what are the benefits by adopting this technology. Awareness should be given, especially to the top leadership. People who are in the leadership role, they should know the successful stories of using these blockchain. Even the wine industries, they already started using, but in hospital industry, and since I also mentioned that the Modernization Act in USA wants there should be a transparent a technology that is which help them to recall the food product. So all these things will make sure that these kind of technologies can be used in hospitality industry. As to conclude that, I want to tell that awareness is very much important. Still, it's in the very infant stage. They only know, as I mentioned, they only know they to use the blockchain for financial transaction or for the loyalty program.
Okay, I've been just checking out the live chats, and I think there are no more questions for now. But still, if there will be some questions, I'll let you know after we publish this video as a recording. And this was our topic about hospitality. And we have one concluding session today about why WordPress can open the gates to Web3. But at this very moment, I'd like to say thank you to you, Souji, for being with us today. And in a couple of minutes, in 5 minutes, we'll be back with the next session. Thank you so much once again. Hope to see you on our stage in the future.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Yeah, thanks.